Hello Libra. How are you doing today? This is a general reading for Libra. This is general, so not everything may resonate. Just take what does and leave the rest. There's no date associated with this reading. I trust that when you find it, it's meant for you to see or hear at that time. Libra, I just did a reading for you. I got all the way down to the outcome card. Wow. And then it all went away. I had to get up for a second to turn off the timer, and instead I ended the recording instead of pausing it. Isn't that special? Okay, so let's see what, if any of that message comes through once again for Libra. Underlying message, the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Swords, and then again the Four of Cups. Wow. Definitely some reflection going on there. So in your recent past, we have the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Having a lot of choices. Trying to be discerning about those choices, needing to focus, highly focus, and use your mind in a really clear way. It's about moving towards something really fast. This is in your past. This is now in your in your present, the Six of Cups. That was in exactly the same position as your last reading that went away. The Ten of Swords. Wow. And the Ten of Cups. Yes, two tens right here in your present, stating the in the cups that you've reached that pinnacle in the cups, and the Ten of Swords is that it's the end of that. It's the end of some anguish, some overthinking, some past betrayal. Five of Wands coming up in your near future. The Chariot. That was your final outcome on the last one. And wow, the Tower. Something happening very, very suddenly. So you have some similar cards that did come through here. And there's some conflict that I think is going to come in real fast. Real fast. So let's clarify so we can figure that out. We're starting with the Temperance on the bottom here. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Swords first. Okay. Okay. Oh. So you have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups coming in to clarify the Knight of Swords. So there's good indication here that there's been some deception in the past from someone here. No players yet. I mean, you have an Aquarian on the board with the King of Swords. You have a Cancer. And you, Libra, are figuring in the, you have, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, but that's more of how you feel internally. And you have the King of Swords coming up, showing up again. So this is definitely something that whatever kind of deception that this was, it's needing, it needed some real clarification, staying sort of out of your heart and going into your head. It's something Librans are really good at. And not about the heart, but just using your mind really effectively. And the Knight of Swords moving really quickly. So let's clarify the King of Swords. Right there. There we go. Clarify the King of Swords. Okay. So we have the Five of Swords and the Star card to clarify the King of Swords. So there's a situation here of manipulation. Absolutely. You have the two cards of deception and manipulation coming up here in your past. There's some healing that occurred through this. I think that you really took a good hard look at it. There could have been a legal situation going on, the King of Swords is frequently the card of the lawyer, someone who can absolutely just use logic and rational thinking and not get emotional about it, to uncover, to proceed, to create a case for or against, that kind of a thing. But there's definitely some trickery going on here. And there's the Knight of Swords showing up again. So this happened quickly, and there's anger all around this. There's anger, and as you can see, there's pretty stormy skies for that one. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay, so we have the Justice card and the Hanged Man, clarifying the Seven of Cups. I think there were a lot of choices on the horizon for you, Libra, and you just kind of put the brakes on for yourself personally, no matter where you stood in this situation. And this is the card of Libra, the Justice card. And you got yourself some new perspective. This may be about a divorce or a court case, some legal situation that needed contracts, and you stepped back to get some perspective. You had a lot of choices, ways to approach the situation. That's the path that you chose, and yeah, that's what I got there. The Page of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. This could be figuring around a Aries, Leo, Sag, someone possibly younger than you. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. There we go. Oh, that is two. So we have the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups to clarify the Six of Cups. So double confirmation on the Six of Cups. This is generally it's a nostalgia card. It's a person from the past coming up into your world now, or you acting on that with someone from your past. This is the Knight of Cups is, of course, an offer of love, a token of love. So you reached out to someone from your past. This is in the present right now. Could be a family member. The Six of Cups is very much can indicate a family member, a soulmate kind of connection, someone whom you feel close to, someone you trust, someone you love. So beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups. So let's clarify the Ten of Swords, right in the heart of your reading here, Libra. Clarify the Ten of Swords. The Eight of Swords. You are really... These two cards both came out in that reading that was lost. Whoops. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Swords to clarify the Ten of Swords. So you have, in your present, still... I think you want to communicate to someone about this, or someone wants to communicate with you. There's unquestionable strife and overthinking, and the burden of feeling trapped inside these thoughts or this dynamic is heavy. It's weighing heavily on someone, either you or someone else. And communication is either happening or it's required to kind of balance these things out. This may be around a family member with the Four of Wands coming up, someone you're close to, someone who you feel you've had occasion with before. This is, the Four of Wands is about marriage. It's about union, union not just of partner, but union of family and friends, celebration, rejoicing, all of those things. And you have the Ten of Cups, which is exactly the same thing. Queen of Cups, that could be centering around a mother figure, someone who's all about family. That could be you, Libra. So that's figuring into the... Oh, and there she is, flipping right out. So this is definitely... Oh, wow, that's amazing. The Ten of Cups. One more for the Ten of Cups for Libra, please. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands to clarify the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I think that this is a family situation, a dynamic, or maybe the fallout after manipulation and deception, all that kind of stuff. And you're focused on your family, or someone here is. There's someone highly focused and they're kind of holding to their own in a way, with the Seven of Wands. Holding to their own, what I mean by that is just not necessarily keeping to oneself, but just no matter what the opinions and the activity that are coming toward you, you're kind of fending them off and just saying, look, I'm just over here. I'm just over here. And perhaps that's how you handled the situation. But this is spelling, there's resistance also in this card, which is now coming in. I feel that there was some resistance to act on it, resistance to act on it, is that's what I'm getting, to resistance to act on it, not wanting any opinions coming at you. There's a Ten of Cups here. This is about wish fulfillment, absolutely. So I feel like you may have come at a certain point to a place of comfort, self-love. You're seeing the dynamic. You're seeing, someone here is seeing the situation, how it's played out, where it's landed, at least today, with some compassion, and with wanting to balance out the status quo. You're healing from this. I think you have healed from this for the most part. For the most part. I think you're in a good, stable position, taking care of yourself. You may be looking back and in a wistful kind of way at how things were before all of that stuff in your past figured prominently. But you're definitely in a good place, albeit with a bit of resistance. And here's the Ten of Pentacles to clarify the Five of Wands. This is in your near future, Libra. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles to clarify the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card about arguments. It can be bantering things around, but it's about arguments and people just like getting all over you. Just, they won't leave it alone kind of thing. So, so in your near future, you may have family members that are going to interject and give their opinion on things, be argumentative, that kind of a thing. You can just move, you can be assured that you're going to be moving away from that, or someone here is going to just move away from that activity, is what I'm getting. There's lots of choices and response, and you're choosing to move away from it. So let's clarify the Chariot. Clarify the Chariot, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go here. So we have the King of Cups, the Devil, and the Magician to clarify the Chariot. Got a few major arcana coming up all at once here. So there's definitely a feeling that someone is coming in real forcefully here with a lot of willpower in your near future, a lot of willpower. And I don't feel good about this combination at all. This could be a Capricorn. Let me give you the players. We have Libra, we have you, we have the star card, that's Aquarian. We have lots of fire sign here, water sign here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Earth sign. We've kind of got all of them. Who else do we have here? Yeah, I think that's kind of it. But this combination, this could be a Capricorn and an Aries. That mix coming in with the Chariot that's kind of a tough one. Whoops. There we go. Tough as in if the Devil and the Magician, that mix of things is, the Magician is someone who manifests. And if you manifest devil energy and you do so willfully with that Chariot, and coming in fast and charging, then that could be really detrimental to, that can be bigger than just a Five of Wands. I mean, there's someone with a really strong opinion here who's coming forth in the near future, coming in real fast. Their intentions are more ego-driven is what I'm just getting now. Their intentions are ego-driven, so it's important for you to stay in your heart and recognize that, and try to use compassion in the situation. You have the King and the Queen both here, so I feel like that's you, and you already have that. But there's someone who's going to come charging in here suddenly, and everything is going to come down pretty suddenly for that kind of behavior, is the word I just heard. The Empress is there to ask you to heed taking care of yourself. It's about self-care. Be sure to take care of yourself if something like this arises for some of you. Let's clarify the Tower for your final outcome. Okay. Okay. The King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles to clarify the Tower. So you have something falling away here, because it's brutally obvious that of what the truth is. There's a truth that comes out through this action here, with everything coming, and then the Tower as well. It kind of, I guess what I'm going to say is that there's something that's going to come up here in the future. It might be a really big thing, it might be just a little thing, but it reveals the truth to you. It uncovers the truth. That's what the Tower is. It falls away. Anything that was, masking your ability to see things clearly is going to be taken away. It's going to become very, very clear. And that, even if it's uncomfortable, that is going to give you, you're going to learn something from this. And the takeaway is growth, clarity, openness, that kind of a thing. You have the King and the Queen of, you have the King of Cups twice and the Queen of Cups. So as I mentioned, I think your heart is in the right place. Your compassion and your caring about family members and loved ones that are close to you in this situation and beyond, that is already present. So I don't think that you have to, I just think that this may be a limiting belief system about a situation that is going to become really clear about what the truth really was or is around that. So, yeah. Okay, and there's the Five of Wands, just to further clarify that it may be coming. So in this series, I'm doing the Animal Spirit Guidebook to just add a little to the reading from Kim Kranz. The messages are great in this, and it's just a very different flavor to bring in for this time. I use these just infrequently at home. They're just kind of a really interesting and heartfelt messages in here. So what do you have for Libra here? What do you have for Libra? Okay. Oyster. Beautiful. That's a really nice one. Oyster. Let me show you this. Okay. So, oyster. Thought I saw, maybe not. There we go. Okay, patient, yeah, and that is the King and Queen of Cups. You have patience as well. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. Wow, this is about you. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. I had something come through when I was reading that, and it was about protecting the family. So there could be the overall feeling here, especially with the king and the queen, the king twice coming up here, that it was under the protecting the family situation that had the resistance to act too emotionally toward it, and or just had you overthinking and feeling trapped inside some situation. That's what I got clearly there. But I feel with the presence of this oyster, there's more of an opening up that's possible. That overall, I think I think what you'll come to see is that even though the presence of some of these things that came up in your what's termed the near future for you, that this is a blessing in its own way, because it ends up revealing the truth, and that is definitely what we're all seeking here, is clarity and truth as we walk through this world as human beings. So can't get any better than that. So I hope that's helpful, Libra. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like or a share or a subscribe. That really helps the channel. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. And until then, take care. Bye.